Hey there, welcome. Welcome to Rise and Receive. This is an opportunity in your day to just stop whatever you're doing, take a breath, settle in, and take a moment to explore how to receive your fulfillment by unlearning struggle. So today we're going to talk about the quickest way to shift from lack to abundance. And this is something for anyone who is struggling with lack, with feeling like there's not enough, like you haven't gotten there yet. Anything that feels like is like a lack lens through which you are seeing life, you're really going to like this. So it is great to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm a little bit late because I was running into some technical difficulties, but all is well. And if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I help hardworking, goal-oriented people to see the blind spots that keep them from receiving their long overdue rewards. And the way that I do this is I teach the very distinct and specific skill set known as receiving. Because if there's one thing that I've learned over 25 years of coaching is that hardworking, goal-oriented people know how to work hard. That's the skill set that hardworking, goal-oriented people do automatically, rely on automatically, go to for whenever they have a goal or dream that's important to them. However, if you don't have the counterbalancing skill set of receiving, if you don't know how to tap into that, what'll happen most of the time is when those goals and dreams haven't arrived yet, what do? We work even harder because we don't know how to actually stop all the hard work and tap into receiving everything that you've been working hard for. And that is an actual skill set. So I illuminate blind spots, and I define a blind spot as when your current point of view hides an essential insight. Now, why is the point of view and an insight so important? Because in my orbit, everything that I live from, teach from, and coach from, we operate from the assumption, from the presupposition that your consciousness creates your reality. Your consciousness, your point of view, the lens through which you relate to all of life is based in this whole inner world of thoughts and feelings and conditions that you've lived by and experiences and memories and sensations in your body. And this is just as legitimate a terrain to have skills for as the outer world that we do a whole bunch of thinking and doing for. But a lot of people don't know that terrain as well. So when you start to see your blind spots and understand how that inner world terrain works, you can tap into this skill set that allows you to receive what you've been seeking, what you've been wanting, simply because you exist. Not because you're working hard, not because you're doing something to earn it, but simply because you are being. So I talk a lot about the hunter's model of power and the majestic tree's model of power. The majestic tree is our a mascot for receiving simply because you exist, because that's what the tree does. The tree receives all day long, simply by being there. Now, what is a receiving blind spot? What is in the way of seeing what you need to see in order to receive with ease and speed? Well, a receiving blind spot occurs when you're operating more as a human doing, i.e. the hunter, versus a human being. So today, the blind spot I want to illuminate to quickly, the quickest way to shift from lack to abundance is what I call the broken blind spot. So we're not always conscious of this, but what's happening when the broken blind spot is actually hindering you from receiving more abundantly, more easily. In other words, tapping into the abundance of life and instead being in lack. What's happening when the broken blind spot is at work is that you see yourself and you see your life as broken in some way. And so if you see yourself or your life as broken in some way, here's some clues about what's happening in consciousness. Okay, the point of view that keeps perpetuating lack. You will see yourself as not enough. You will see life as not enough. You will think you need to do more to have what you want or work harder. It's all about more, because the presupposition is I haven't arrived yet. I haven't become enough yet. I haven't gotten the degree. I haven't earned enough money. I haven't lost enough weight. I haven't figured it out yet. Lack, lack, lack. So the broken blind spot assumes, and you can think of it this way, it's the lens through which you see all of life. You're wearing these glasses and everything is broken or not enough. Okay. And what that does is, because your consciousness sees everything as broken or not enough, it has you experience lack. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you work, it's always going to be a lack experience. Now, when you change the lenses through which you see life, and instead of assuming brokenness, you assume wholeness, then you start to tap into this basic assumption that I always work with my clients around. I always say this: you already are all that you seek to be, do, and have. You may not be experiencing it, but you already are this. Okay, so here's the way you can apply the majestic tree analogy. Okay, the seed, the acorn, already is everything that it needs to be to experience itself as the tree, as the oak tree. Okay, it's already here. It's already inside of you. And there's a difference between knowing that you are this, being this, and actually experiencing this. All right. We shift into abundance and experiencing the abundance that you are when first you're willing to assume that you already are. And one of my favorite ways to really point this out is think about a particular goal or dream that you have, and think about how you've been working towards it. Just the idea of like, I'm not there yet. I have to figure this out. I haven't gathered enough information. I haven't waited long enough, earned it, put in enough time, put in enough money, put in enough study. I see this happen with my clients all the time. And one of the things that can dramatically shift you into abundance is your willingness to assume that you are cooked. You are done. You've arrived. All right. I remember this one client this is a high-level CEO, and she had this really upper limit sort of a goal that she kept going for. And she was so disciplined and so committed. She showed up and she did the work. She did the inner work. She did the awareness practice. She did them. But she was always looking at things in terms of percentages. Well, I feel like I'm 80% of the time, I'm not reacting to outer world conditions, but 20% of the time I'm reacting. And because she was reacting still, sometimes she thought, well, until I never react again, then I'm still not there yet. And one of the illusions that I wanted to illuminate, one of the blind spots, is being whole and complete does not mean you never react again. Does not mean you don't forget the principles sometimes or the practices. It does not mean that you don't feel bad sometimes. That is part of being whole and complete. You have feelings. You react. You don't want to have to do it sometimes. It's not about perfection. Wholeness is not about perfection. You are whole, you are complete, you are enough. There's no such thing as enough because it's a mental construct, but you're done, you're whole. There's nothing missing, there's nothing broken. And so the way to start relating to yourself instead of as broken and needing to become enough is, I already am whole and complete. I'm willing to see, experience, and feel this to the depths of my being. And instead of trying to fix yourself when you haven't arrived, as if there's something wrong with you, lack, you begin to nurture yourself, all of yourself. And when you practice shifting from a broken lens to a wholeness lens, I am willing to know that I'm whole and complete exactly as I am. That is the most dramatic, quickest way to start to tap into abundance right here, right now, because wholeness assumes there's no lack. There's nothing missing. I have everything I need. I am abundant. So it's a shift in point of view. So with that, what I want to do is give you something that you can take off into your day to keep playing with this. This message today was inspired from the card from my Receive Oracle cards called Shift from Seeking to Seeing. Shift from seeking to seeing. And this is from the suit entitled Receive with Ease. So in the card deck, by the way, if you haven't seen it before, this is the new Receive Oracle cards that you can get on Amazon now. There's 14 cards from the Receive with Ease suit. And all they do is give you principles that teach you how to receive, how to actually tap into the wisdom and the power of receiving right now. All right, so here is your mantra to take into the day. If you feel like you're operating from lack, if you're operating from something's broken, something's missing, not enough, the first step is to just notice and stop. Just stop, take a breath, and then you can extend an invitation to life, which is what the tree does, rather than the hunter who sets an intention and goes after a target. An invitation. This invites the awareness to expand and multiply. All right, because consciousness creates your reality. I am willing to see how I am blessed right now. I am willing to see how I am blessed right now. And then just practice noticing what is right in your life instead of what is wrong in your life. How is it that you already have what you need right now? How are your needs being met right now? Okay, just shift the lens, and as you shift from lack to abundance, from broken to wholeness, then the flow gates open up for you. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you'll play around and let me know how it goes. If so, please like, please share. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. And if you're on YouTube, click on that red subscribe button. I'll let you know each time I put a new video out. And if you would like to receive your own Receive Oracle cards, just go to www.receivecarddeck.com, all one word. It'll take you to the Amazon link, and you can buy your own cards and start receiving right now with greater fulfillment and much greater ease. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.